So what's going on, everyone? My name is Mr. Dalek JD and welcome to the Black Ops 3 reveal trailer. This is going to absolutely blow your minds. Let me know what you think of this down below in the comment section. Make sure to share this video with your friends and to smash that like button if this got you hyped for Black Ops 3 Zombies. I'll be covering a ton of Black Ops 3 Zombies throughout this year, including release and any future zombie maps as well, so make sure you guys subscribe. I'll be back afterwards with a breakdown of the trailer, but let's get into this.
Streets on flame. It's a mad game, makes you stop and stare.
Your sins serve only as an invitation to an evil beyond your imagination.
You want to know what I think? I think we're being punished. I think all this is happening because we're bad people. Anyone interested in front row seats to their own deaths?
I know who you are. I have seen each and every one of your misdeeds.
Magic little wicked queen, come on, take a spin.
Fight's over. You lost.
You know what I am? I'm a fucking samurai killing machine, that's what I am.
Let's try to make it happen.
I don't even have to get my hands dirty.
Wicked fight, and then we'll start to stroll.
Ah, it appears that the shield is quicker than the eye.
Yes, I would like some candy.
That's like taking candy from a baby, without the baby.
If it imbues me with power, then shoo I will.
Let's see what this flavor does for me.
You guys are too slow, too dumb, and too dead.
Oh, that's no good. What is that? What on earth? You know what's fucking weird? I don't consider this shit weird anymore.
I just know this ain't gonna be a fair fight.
You got my wife beat. She only has two faces.
Boots on a Saturday night. Joe's trying to make it happen. Swing, don't miss in the wicked fight, and then we'll start.
Now they're airborne.
Come on, you flying shitheads, I'm ready for you.
Boots on a Saturday night. Joe's trying to make it happen. And then it's open door, and then we'll go.
We'll never surrender.
Skin boots on a Saturday night.
Pre-order now and get access to the multiplayer beta.
Wow, how insane does this zombie experience look? This looks absolutely phenomenal. Treyarch have crafted a totally unique and face-melting gameplay experience for the loyal zombies community, according to Mark Lammy. He says the development team has packed Shadows of Evil with more gameplay and fun than any other experience before it, and has an appropriately twisted and deep narrative performed by fantastic acting talent that will keep fans spinning. Now, this map is set in the 1940s film noir era, which introduces four unwitting characters: the magician, the femme fatale, the cop, and the boxer. And this throws them into an unraveling experience masterminded by the mysterious Shadow Man. Now, the whole story of this map is it drops players into a recognizable yet terrifyingly unfamiliar world as we uncover the secrets and challenges laid out for us by a shadowy figure who holds our fate in his hands. Now, this map features voices and likenesses from characters played by Jeff Goldblum, Heather Graham, Neil McDonough, Ron Perlman, and Robert Picardo. This is an absolutely phenomenal cast of zombie characters played by well-known Hollywood stars, and it'll be super awesome to have them in Zombies, and they each seem to have their own unique personalities, which we'll now dive deeper into as we look through this trailer. So we know this is set in the 1940s, we know that this map is set in Chicago, and we start to see a few things which you've seen before. Now, this is very interesting. This shot here, we see a gun which you've seen before in Zombies. This is the Type 100. It looks a little bit different to how we usually see it. It's got different kind of weapon camo amongst it. In the background, you can see the first drop that we've seen in Black Ops 3 Zombies, which seems to look like the back of a nuke drop. We also see a recurring theme throughout this trailer, which I'll point out to you guys, and in this shot, we can see what looks like a water fountain in the background, which is glowing purple. Now, this obviously has some sort of relevance, as we see this many times throughout this trailer. Another Another thing to really point out as well is the cuneiform that you can see on the left and right of the walls. Now this little language of cuneiform is the same code that we saw in the original Black Ops 3 teaser trailer, and we also saw it in a teaser for the zombies reveal from Treyarch. We're still unsure what this means. No one knows what this language actually means, but I'm sure we'll find out later on in due course. But it's epic to see this coming back, and this definitely has some sort of importance in this era of zombies. Pointing out some more weapons that we see the cop character reloading the Locust sniper, and in this shot we see the femme fatale fire the HVK, which is a auto assault rifle. After that, we get a look at some shots from a cutscene which kind of introduce the characters and their backgrounds, and we have some narration going on over this where I'm assuming the Shadow Man says, "I know who you are, I have seen each and every one of your mistakes." And judging by the shots from the cutscene, the characters all look like bad people. They're all doing very, very bad stuff. In the narration, one of the characters says, "I think we're being punished. I think all of this is happening because we're bad people. Anyone interested in front row seats to their own death?" Here we see our characters on a high up position so you can look down on the zombies. Now this is a very interesting bit. There's a shot here where the characters are running from the zombies, and there's a kind of massive red button on the wall there with 2000 written above it. Unsure if that's a button that costs 2000 points to open, or if there's some other sort of relevance towards that, but definitely something to look out for. Now here we get to see our first Pack-a-Punched weapon, which is the Arc 7. Unsure where the Pack-a-Punch is in this map. It doesn't look like the character Pack-a-Punch necessarily in that scene, but rather reloading, but the character is inside an area which is the burlesque house. On the ground in front of the couch you can notice a mystery box location, but there's no mystery box there. Now this next scene is epic as one of the characters seems to spin round a melee weapon which looks like a sword, which we'll get into a little bit more. There's another fountain looking thing with the purple flame in this area, a possible trap on the right, as well as on the left a chained up door with glowing text on the left. Now this looks very similar to an image that Treyarch released a few days ago, and it could possibly be the exact same door. Now this sword melee weapon looks absolutely awesome and has a few different abilities. As you can see, you can just normally melee the zombies like that, and it also looks like in one shot a zombie being killed looks like the cop character as they're wearing very similar outfits. Now if you pay attention to the sword that we're seeing at the moment, it has a blue orb. Now this sword seems to be, you can use it as a standard melee weapon, but further on into a clip we see a sword being thrown at a zombie, and the box is holding what appears to be a different type of melee weapon. It's still a sword, but it has a red crystal inside instead of a blue, and it has a different hilt to the previous sword. Now in the next shot we see the femme fatale use a sword which acts like a gravity spike, unleashing a ton of electricity, killing all the zombies nearby. So to me it looks like there's two different swords, the blue one which can be used like a gravity spike, and the red one which can be thrown like a Hell's Retriever, but both can be used as standard melee weapons. Perhaps they are unique to each character, or simply just two with those two different abilities. Now in the next shot we see a bunch of zombies being killed, and in one of the screens you can see some weird green flash in between the zombies, which then turns into small green particles. We're not too sure what exactly happened there. To me it looks like acid, but it could be a number of different things. I have no real idea. Now this is where equipment gets seriously cool. We have the shield back in zombies, but this time you can now thrust forwards extremely fast with it by these like rocket powered things inside the shield, which is crazy. So if you're cornered in zombies, you can literally whip this thing out and you can thrust forwards and destroy all the zombies in your path. Now I'm unsure exactly how the shield works, if it's a one-time use thing or if it's like you can use it every so often, but I'm sure Treyarch will make it so it won't be too overpowered. You can also notice the weird purple fountain thing again in this shot. Now after the character leaves the screen with the shield, there's some unexplained explosion. Not too sure if that's come from the shield or something else, but it seems like it came from the ground. This is where things get absolutely epic. Now throughout this trailer we didn't notice any perk machines, and I think perk machines have been replaced with this gumball machine system. You power up the gumball machine, and when used gives you a random gumball that appears to give you a random ability, and you can notice some of these icons on these gumballs during the trailer. So this first power up appears to make the character invisible to zombies, a bit like Voltrade when there's the green gas. As you can see, the zombies completely ignore the character. The next gumball ability has an icon which looks like a zombie's hand rising out of the ground, and this shows a max ammo appearing out of nowhere. So maybe getting this gumball will spawn a drop of some sort around the map. Perhaps not always a max ammo, but some form of drop. This last gumball that we see has a question mark on it, and a nuke goes off when the player is hit. So perhaps this is a random ability. You can't decide what you're going to get from from it, you get the question mark one, and something will happen to your character. Now, like I mentioned, I haven't spotted any perk machines in here, so this could be the replacement for perk machines, but rather than the replacement where you know what perk you're getting, this seems to be complete random all the time, and I don't know if you're able to use these abilities straight away or if you can save them and use them at a specific point. I know it would be quite annoying if I couldn't save the nuke for a particular moment, or if I wanted to use the kind of invisible zombie ability at some point, but I'm sure we'll get more light on it in the future. Now, in this shot, the character walks past another flaming mountain, and it looks like one of the abilities turned against him, and tentacles suddenly come out of the character, and he's attacking zombies in this weird tentacle-like form. Now, this looks very similar to a game called The Darkness, where you could do something very, very similar, but what's interesting is this seems like a little bit of a purgatory mode from Mob of the Dead, as this highlights special objects that you couldn't normally see. If we take a look here, this thing on the right looks like a sort of flaming hole in the wall, which you definitely couldn't see before you went into this weird tentacle mode. Now, I'm sure that this mode is going to help you unlock certain things in the map and find things that you normally couldn't access, very similar to Mob of the Dead. It's strange because afterwards it seems like you just completely disappear out of the mode and become normal again. Now we see another shot of our 4 characters, all looking like they've just done something which they regret. They've obviously done something wrong because something crazy spawns in the map, and it's some weird giant 3-headed boss zombie which none of the characters look like they knew was going to happen. Now it seems in order to defeat this boss, you have to shoot the boss while the mouth is open and it's glowing. Now that seems to blow the heads off, and you've got to blow all 3 of this weird zombie alien's head off before you can actually kill it, and once you've destroyed it, it seems like the boss zombie fires out smaller flying enemies. Now I'm not too sure what I make about this boss zombie. I don't know if it's going to be something which you're going to see a lot, or if it's like a one-time thing in the map, or if it's going to come back, but perhaps the chained doors that we saw earlier were chaining this zombie up. Let me know what you think of this down below in the comment section. It's definitely a little bit out of their full Treyarch to have like aliens slash bugs, insects inside of a zombies map, but it definitely looks like it's going to be quite a challenge. We see more new weapons used as well, the Man of War, the Vesper, which are both assault rifles, as well as the KRM-62, which is a shotgun. Now this last shot is definitely very Treyarchy. We have this strange room with lots of burning things. There's a table in the center with a pentagram underneath, which normally relates to like Satan and the devil's work. There's a small case which rises up and turns into a figure of a man. We can't see who that man is. He has like these small rotating blades moving around him and a ball on the table rotating, and he just suddenly bursts and turns into some kind of glowing object. To me, that looks like maybe a piece of a sword, but we have no idea. This definitely, to me, looks like something Easter egg related to do within the map, and we have no idea, but that's how the trailer ends. And that, my friends, is the Black Ops 3 Zombies reveal trailer. What do you guys make of Shadows of Evil? Is it what you expected? Is it lived up to the hype? Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I'm sure we'll get more information on Shadows of Evil as we get up to the release of Black Ops 3. And earlier today, it was revealed that we'll be getting a Derice remake in Black Ops 3 Zombies as part of a pre-order bonus for the Black Ops 3 Juggernog edition, the ultimate edition you can get for Black Ops 3 Zombies, and that looks absolutely incredible. I made a video earlier talking about it. It'll be linked down below in the description, and you'll also find a playlist where I'll be bringing you guys loads of daily videos on Black Ops 3 Zombies with new information as we find it out, so make sure to subscribe if you're new around here. I've been Mr. Dalek JD, thank you so much for watching guys, and I'll hopefully catch you on another video very, very soon.